Welcome to This Day for this rainy Thursday, March 13th. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you'll stay with us for the next 30 minutes or so. I'm Paul Ortiz, and I'm going to be filling in for Michael Taylor. So we have a great program for you today. We're going to be talking to Eric Nunez. He's the Director of Security here in Laguna Woods Village, and also Egon Garthhoffner. They're going to be telling us about their cooperation with the Orange County Sheriff's Department, and that's going to be telling you about the real-time operations center that they now have here in Orange County, and how this is going to help Laguna Woods not only be safe but be proactive with the Orange County Sheriff Department. And we're going to learn about that program and that operations center that they got to visit just, I believe, a couple weeks ago. So looking forward to that interview. And we're going to bring you Polly's Pies. As you know, St. Patrick's Day is on Monday, so they have a wonderful special that's happening over there right now. You could go over there today and get the St. Patrick's Day special, so be sure and visit them either today or the following or through the weekend, and then that'll run until St. Patty's Day. We had a chance to talk to Andrew Hill. He is their assistant general manager over there, and he brought over some wonderful items for you to see, and some great prices as well. Well, let's tell you about staying informed. We've been talking about for quite some time. We've had the residents art exhibit, and they have the winner, and congratulations to Linda Ewing, and that is located on the 3rd floor. I think it's over by the Max Center. So this year they had a wonderful opportunity. Many judges from around Orange County, not in Laguna Woods. We had a judge from the Festival of Arts. They had a judge from Laguna College of Art and Design, and they also had one from Irvine Valley College. So great participation with this art exhibit, but if you have a chance, come on over to the community center. There are pictures on the 1st floor and the 3rd floor. And again, that Keith Richards picture is wonderful. Well, let's take a look outside. As I said, it's going to be raining probably most of the day. Early this morning, it did rain pretty hard. It seems to be drizzling if you're watching our morning show. But we're expecting rain throughout the day, and then rain throughout tomorrow. And then as the weekend comes, you can see those temperatures will start to get a little bit better, and hopefully the sun will come out on Saturday and Sunday for a little while. Temperatures in the 60s, and then low temperatures in the low 40s, and then even 50 on Sunday. Hey, our sunrise and sunset, we want to thank Judy Blando for sending that over. She obviously loves St. Patrick's Day. Our sunrise this morning was at 7:03 a.m. Sunset this evening is going to be at 6:57 p.m. And that's over there off Via Castilla. St. Patrick's Day, as I mentioned, is Monday, so great opportunity to go over there and take a look at that wonderful setup that she has over there, and that's Judy Blando. Thanks so much for bringing that picture over to us. Well, we have a few meetings today. We're going to be right back with Eric Nunez and Egon Garthhoffner telling us about the real-time Orange County Operations Center. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Annette, owner of Window Jazz. We're here in Laguna Woods replacing old windows with new energy-efficient, state-of-the-art products. We're here with our installation team upgrading old windows to make this property feel new and beautiful. New replacement windows and doors will make a major impact on the appearance of this home. They'll increase the property value and save homeowners money by reducing energy costs while providing a comfortable indoor climate. Let Window Jazz do the same for you. Call us today for a free consultation.
Endorsed by the man himself, the Cream of Clapton Band features family, friends, and bandmates of the legendary guitarist, paying homage to the record-breaking 24 nights at the Royal Albert Hall. This concert includes Clapton classics and rekindles the hits from albums August and Journeyman.
The Cream of Clapton Band at the Pack on March 12. Tickets are $20, $30, and $40 and are available at the Pack box office.
Dr. Farhumand and her associates at Brilliant Smile are excited to announce we now feature cone beam computed tomography. CBCT scans have many benefits over traditional x-rays. They are fast, safe, non-invasive, and provide better care to our patients. The 3D images provide an accurate view of teeth, bones, and soft tissue. It allows us to diagnose and treat more effectively. Also, it features modern diagnosing of sleep apnea by checking the airways and obstructions. Get started today. Call Brilliant Smile, Laguna Woods Village favorite dentist.
Joining us on the program now is Egon Garthhoffner with the Golden Rain Foundation. Eric Nunez, your Director of VMS Security. Thanks for joining us on the program today, gentlemen.
Thank you. Good morning.
You know, security is always an important aspect of our community, and a lot of residents actually move in because of security. It's 24/7. It's a gated community, and it's secure, and you can go on a walk at midnight if you want to, and not really have any issues. So, what's interesting about what you want to talk about today is the cooperation we have with our security department and the Orange County Sheriff's Department. And they have this real-time operations center that they're instituting now throughout Orange County. And how will that actually be incorporated with our own security department?
Right. Actually, I went to this to my what we call our CA meeting with and Director Garthhoffner is the committee chair of that committee, and ran it by them, and it's actually something that they heard and liked, and so we've been moving forward with this. What it is the Orange County Sheriff's Department has probably somewhere in the neighborhood of about 3,500 cameras out there in those jurisdictions that they are responsible for. And obviously a number of them are with the cities that they have jurisdiction. But some of those I found out were like schools, even private schools, and other private companies and entities. So I thought, and talking to their captain of Laguna Woods, their chief of services, they call it, Captain Allday, who has just recently retired. He and I were talking about, the fact that we spend a lot of time collecting evidence for them, right? Something happens, and then they ask us for a videotape of whatever, the gatehouse that had the persons coming in or out. And so, in doing that, I said, it'd be nice if you guys could actually just have access to that so that we could save a lot of staff time doing it, for one. And he said, actually, there's a thing called the Real-Time Operations Center that's been stood up now, and it's running, and I'd like to get you a tour of it and see what you think about that. And I said, well, how would we be involved in this? And he said, one of the things is that you would actually allow us access to those cameras. Mm-hmm. And he goes, I don't know all the tech on this, but this is how, it would go. And so I said, okay, certainly. So we took a tour about 3 weeks ago and looked at the facility, and it was pretty darn impressive, the kind of things that happen. So what we're looking to do is start off in phases. And the first phase would be all of our gatehouse cameras. And we have typically like 3 to 5 cameras out there. And our license plate reading camera and everything else. And what we would do is we buy a device, essentially. That device the cameras are hooked up through that device. That device shoots all those images up into the cloud. They are able to retrieve that information or view it as it's happening real time. Wow. So in the case of an emergency of some sort, and we call them, that camera will go live to them, and they'll look at it and see what the issue is, and then that'll help them to determine the level of response that they need to come at, and if whether fire, medical, those kinds of things are needed, and they can actually start helping to deploy those assets as required. So the response time should, be looked at it being increased. The level of response, the appropriate level of response should improve, and for them just to have situational awareness as to when they're coming onto the scene, what they're actually looking at.
Right. How important was this to the committee as you guys started to discuss it? Because
Well, I'm brand new to the committee, so it was a complete surprise to us.
probably a good surprise, though, right? Because
Apparently,
we're probably going to
should
save
be.
in some staff time, you know, looking for hundreds of hours of footage trying to find a car or a perpetrator that came into the community.
Right.
And then all we need to do is basically interconnect with the Orange County Sheriff's Department's, ROTC is what you always
Yeah.
want to say, but it's RTOC.
RTOC.
Yeah, and I think it's a great opportunity when, we did have, unfortunately, the event over at Geneva Presbyterian Church.
Sure.
So you kind of wonder, that is so close to our community. If we have this now, they can actually see certain aspects of that area.
Yeah,
And like you said, be proactive and reactive to what the situation might be if it's obviously in real time.
Exactly.
Wow.
So when we went to the tour, we saw how they actually accessed this. We took along with us, obviously, our manager of IT, John Cursett, and asked him, because he talks the jargon, the
Right.
lingo that they talk, because it's way above my head, in terms of that, the technology and on the connectivity issue. But what we were really happy about is essentially we buy this device and it's not that expensive, but and we can put about 180 cameras on one device, and we have well over 200 cameras on this property. Not all of them, they need to actually see, but that's for our second phase and maybe even a third phase of deployment, right? Where we're looking at even maybe adding cameras in our facilities, like in the boardroom itself, because we have cameras for the video
Yeah.
of that, but we don't have cameras facing the audience where maybe a disruption would be coming from,
Right.
and seeing what's going on, and for them to be able to access those cameras and look at that. And some other the clubhouses, and as well as the golf area, and 19 and
You have some perimeter cameras as well, because we know there's certain locations that seem a little more accessible, even though we put in the shepherd's hook and all that.
Yes.
But the surrounding community has changed a little bit in the last 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, and some of those things, and I don't want the misconception or that they're going to be monitoring all these cameras all at once, right? They don't actually do that. What they do is whenever there's an emergency for something, they actually will light up the cameras all the cameras around that area. And then they have it on their and they have a room as big as this room at least, of just a wall of
Right.
TVs.
Right.
And they just sit there and monitor what's going on with all of those cameras that are lit up, so they can see a suspect leaving,
Yeah.
what's going on, a vehicle,
Right.
and how many people, and what people that are injured maybe, or something like that.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
it's
so
pretty-
once activity they've been notified of certain criminal activity, possible criminal
Yeah.
activity, they have eyes on that area, and boom, they can kind of diagnose what needs to be done
Yeah.
during that time. What is really going on with security in your committee for 2025, other than we know it's the safest place to live?
Yeah. Well, we're going to look at automating the gates to save us a lot of money.
And what does that mean? Because you just had the RFID system.
Yeah, I
in-
know. So if you go around and other communities here, you see gates that are simply automated. You drive up, it activates from your headlights,
Right.
like that activation sticker, just as you would. But you would also have a place to punch in a code, so you can have your guests.
Right.
So you can give your guests a code.
Yeah.
And for example, I visit somebody at Christmas time up in Rancho Santa Margarita, and all I do is punch in the code and I go.
Exactly. And almost, it's just like going into a parking structure, because even now, I mean, when you enter the parking structure, it just opens, and then like you can put
Sure.
in your code or payment or whatever, and then, so that's one of the big projects you all are looking at for this year?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And when do you meet?
We're going to meet
in April.
Okay, we
we
meet
meet
at a
like
regular
the-
time.
yeah.
It's always on the calendar.
Fourth
it's always-
Wednesday.
yeah.
Fourth Wednesday of
Wednesday.
every month. Okay, and that's right in the
1:30.
boardroom. 1:30 in the boardroom. Great.
Right.
Anything else you want to share with our viewers as we let you go?
You know, I think there was only probably one concern was, how do we protect our video images, right? And one of the things on this MOU that you have to sign with the Sheriff's Department, it really lays out the responsibilities of both parties, the agency, which is the Sheriff's Department, and the partner. And one of the things was interesting is that we actually still own all the video.
Okay.
So even if they're going to do the investigative work and need to access that, they contact us and say, hey, we would like to access this for investigative purposes.
Right.
And which is fine with us because then we spend probably conservatively about 500 hours a year reviewing video footage for them and then copying that footage and then sending them a copy of that
files.
footage of the
Wow.
files, right?
Right.
So we still own it. They obviously don't use it other than for law enforcement purposes to identify suspects and/or ask the media for assistance in either identifying suspects or if they're looking for someone that's been missing.
Right.
They would use that video with the last video seen of them leaving the property or something. So.
Great. Anything else you'd like to share before we let you
No,
go?
I think that's it.
Sounds like a lot
Like I
of.
say, last meeting was my first time on the
Okay,
security committee,
right.
so I'm looking forward to.
To how the rest of the year
Yeah.
goes, yeah. Well, it sounds like we're heading in the right direction, and if staff and especially law enforcement can be proactive in securing our property and people, especially, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think I know it's your first
Pe-
meeting.
People are always. A lot of people are asking about. Say, why don't we put security cameras here or there?
Right.
So I think that's something we're going to look into this year too.
Absolutely. Well, great. Thank you
it's a
so
good
much for
job.
being a part of the program today.
thank
It sounds like we have a great opportunity for our residents to be safe. And again, you can be part of the security committee. You just come on over to some of their meetings and be sure and check the calendar on our website. We're going to be back with Polly's Pies, and we're going to be celebrating a little bit of St. Patrick's Day.
Annette, how long has it been since we built your patio room?
A couple, 3 months, I guess.
Yeah. So how's it working out for you?
It's just working out great, and you did it in such a timely manner, and we just love it out here.
Yeah. And when you gave us this job, I told you we'll do a nice job for you. Did we?
Absolutely, you really, really did it. We couldn't be happier.
Thanks a lot. Give us a call. We'll do a nice job for you too.
Well, welcome back to the program. Well, if we could give you smell-o-vision, you would smell all the wonderful food we have here in our studio. And joining us today on the program is Andrew Hill. He's the Assistant General Manager of Polly's right here in Laguna Hills. Thanks for joining us today.
How you doing?
Great to see
Good.
you. And you brought some terrific food for us.
Yes,
for us.
we did.
Nice.
We have some of our St. Patrick's Day specials
Yeah.
going on right now. Really excited about it.
St. Patrick's Day, you guys have been celebrating, I think, since 2001 already.
Yes.
It's been a long time.
Yes.
Great.
And these specials are going from the 4th up until the 17th of
Okay.
this month. And right here we have our most popular item of our Reuben fritters. Really good. It's with our cheese sauce as well. Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it.
I heard that you kind of introduced it, maybe a year or two ago and became so popular. You're like,
Yes.
let's bring it back,
We had to
right?
keep on bringing it back and keep on bringing it back now. Everybody loves
They
it.
look delicious, and of course the sauce is always good too.
Yes.
Great.
Definitely.
And what else? Well, let's start with breakfast a little bit too, because that's your skillet. So which one is that?
So that's our Irish skillet. You have the potatoes on the bottom, the corned beef, some chopped bacon bits in there too. You have the over easy eggs. Really, really good. It's so tasty. The corned beef is so tasty.
Right. And you had mentioned, you know, I love over easy eggs, but some people like scrambled eggs, right? So they don't have to take it just this way. They can do it any way they want.
Exactly. You can do it however you like, scramble, over easy, over medium, however you like for you.
Great. And then as we get into lunchtime, you have the Reuben sandwich?
Yes, the Reuben sandwich, same thing with the corned beef for you, with the Swiss cheese in there. And we're also bringing back our rye bread too. A lot of people love our rye bread.
Yeah.
And we're bringing that back just for this special right now.
Of course.
And of course, you'll get some fries with it as well for you.
Yeah. And the rye bread, I mean, that's not something you guys usually bake every season, and you obviously bake it there on site, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So we bake, all the bread is baked fresh every single morning. Same thing with our pies as well. We bake all of it fresh every morning. And that's something that we're bringing back that people are like, I really want the rye bread.
Yeah.
We're bringing it back for the special.
That's great. Well, that's why we have St. Patrick's Day, right?
Exactly.
And then a little bit for our supper time?
Yes, so corned beef and some cabbage with some carrots, some potatoes for you.
Yeah.
Really, really tasty. Our corned beef, we slow cook it. Very tasty. Very tasty.
And of course, dessert, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody loves dessert.
Oh, yeah. So we have our, right now, we're featuring our strawberry rhubarb pie. So every single month we do a new pie.
Right.
And so this month we're doing our strawberry rhubarb pie. A lot of people love the pie.
Is there a St. Patty's Day pie? I mean, or just pies just go with everything?
You know, pies are with everything. So we actually have, not necessarily St. Patty's Day pie, but we have, for Pie Day coming up on 3.14, we have our apple pie that we're featuring with the little pie symbol on top of it.
Oh, nice.
Just for Pie Day.
Yeah, right. So you have Pie Day, and then like 3 days later we have St. Patty's Day.
Exactly.
St. Patty's Day, I believe, is what, on a Monday? So nice time to come out and enjoy some nice meals over at Polly's.
So we're doing it from the 4th of this month until the 17th.
Okay.
Of this month.
Right.
So St. Patty's Day, last day to get in there and
get your orders in. You also do orders online, so I know people can go online and order pies, but do you also do meals and things like that where they do pickup?
Yes, so you can always order online. You can come in, place a to-go order for you. However you like. We do delivery through Uber, DoorDash. You can always do any of that for you too.
Let's take a look at this menu. I mean, this is what we just talked about. You got your Reuben fritters. So that's always, you're starting out with a cup of coffee, maybe something, orange juice, whatever
you can never go wrong with a good cup of coffee.
You got your Irish skillet and then a Reuben sandwich we'll be there all day. You got a Reuben sandwich for lunch, and then you still have your corned beef and cabbage. And then you have catering trays too, so you also have that back room where you can have clubs and organizations in our community come by and have a wonderful event over there.
Yes, definitely. So our banquet area that we have is just... It's outstanding for that area. We can hold about 55 people in there, maybe 60. Yeah. And people do a lot of meetings, of Medicare meetings in there. Other clubs come in. They always enjoy it. And we have just one server that's always just dedicated towards them and make sure that they have a great time.
And that personalized service, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, super. So they could do that for, hopefully, if someone was to book that room St. Patrick's Day, we get a menu similar to this one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. We can do either, depending on the size of the group, you can do a set menu, or you can even do banquet style.
Right.
Like we have a group every Thursday morning that they come in early around 7 a.m. right when we open, and they're always in there.
Of course, yeah, that's great. Well, there's always terrific things to eat at Polly's Pies. You don't have to just have St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
You're just down the street from us, right on Santa Maria and Moulton Parkway, and your hours of operation are?
So we're open from 7 a.m. till 9 p.m. So you can come in there, get your breakfast, and then come back for dinner, come back for lunch.
Yeah.
Come there all day. We have many people that have come multiple times a day.
Exactly. Polly's Pies, a longtime supporter of our community. For those of you that have been here, long-time viewers of our station, Channel 6, George Phelps actually used to have them on our bingo show, and we'd give away like a $10 gift card to Polly's Pies. It was terrific.
Yeah.
And now here you still are. It's probably been at least 30-something years, something like that. How long have you been with Polly's Pies now?
So probably about 8-9 months.
Great.
Now.
So that's a new experience for you. So how's that going?
It's going great.
Yeah.
They they were really excited when they hired me and found out that I was on The Price is Right before.
Oh wow, you already have television experience.
I was on The Price is Right before, and I won a car there, and that was fun. They were like, "We're gonna get you on TV."
Right, and here you are.
Yes, here we are.
And the price is right, and these are wonderful things to share with our community, and they look and smell delicious.
Yes, definitely. The prices, you cannot beat the prices. We always make sure that it's affordable for everybody in the community, no matter where we are.
Great. Well, be sure and visit them. They're going to be right there off of Santa Maria and Moulton Parkway. That's Polly's Pies. And you can also do orders online, so be sure and check that as well. Andrew, thanks for joining us today on the program.
Great meeting you.
Great to see you. And we're going to be back with more of our program right after this.
Attention all club organizers, party planners, and those who simply love to gather and celebrate life's special moments. Are you tired of the hassle of cooking for your events? Looking for a convenient and delicious solution? Introducing our easy and convenient catering trays, perfect for groups of any size from 35 to 90. Need a larger space to host your event? Look no further than our restaurant's banquet room, the perfect venue for your next gathering. Call us today to place your catering order or reserve our banquet room for your next event. Create memories and traditions with Polly's Pies.
Well, be sure to tune in tomorrow. We're going to show you a wonderful movie that's going to be at 2 o'clock with subtitles and 6 o'clock without. And this movie is called Robot and Frank. A former jewel thief with dementia, Frank receives a gift from his son, a robot programmed to take care of his every need. Initially reluctant to accept the robot, Frank soon finds that it may have its uses as he introduces it to a life of crime. So I guess the jewel thief is still enticed by the exhilaration, I guess, that he gets from being a jewel thief. So I understand it's a very charming and kind of a very cool little show. So be sure and check that out. That's going to be tomorrow at 2 o'clock and at 6 o'clock. And that's called Robot and Frank. And something I know that you've seen probably once or twice, it's called Far and Away, and that's going to be on Saturday. And that does star Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. I just saw a little thing yesterday or so on Nicole Kidman. She is the highest paid actress by far. It's kind of interesting. And this is Joseph and his landlord's daughter Shannon travel from Ireland to America in hopes of claiming free land in Oklahoma. The pair get sidetracked in Boston, where Joseph takes up boxing to support himself, and when he loses a pivotal fight, the two are left penniless. Now faced with poverty, the two must find new ways to scrape by. As their affection for each other grows, Joseph questions whether he is truly what Shannon needs in her life. So that's going to be also on Saturday. We do thank City of Hope for sponsoring that program for us. And if you have any recommendations for us for movies that you may like, and we are able to get that from our distributor, we'll be sure and share that and see if we can get those movies for you. So be sure and come over to Village Television or send us an email and we'll try and get those movies for you. Let's take a quick look outside. It's still pretty drizzly if you're watching our morning program. We will have rain probably at least till lunchtime, if not a little bit longer. And then hopefully it'll clear up for a little while. And then again, tomorrow we'll have some rain as well. Looking for some sunny skies on Saturday though, so it's gonna be kind of an interesting couple of days. We do thank you for joining us for the last half hour. I'm Paul Ortiz. Be sure and tune in tomorrow where Michael Taylor will be here with the rest of the crew right here on This Day.